In today's video, I've got a simple and easy tutorial to apply the super fancy double exposure effect to your anime figures to make them look a little something like this. So let's roll intro and get straight into the video. What's up there? Welcome to a brand new video on V2. In today's video, we'll be adding the double exposure effect to your anime figures. Don't forget to smash the like button if you enjoy this video and subscribe for more anime figure tutorials like this one. So, let's jump into Photoshop. So here we go. Today we're going to be editing this Izuku Midoriya figure. I took this photo on just a plain background because it's going to make this one a lot easier. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to isolate Izuku Midoriya. To do this, we're going to use the quick selection tool just over here. All you want to do once you've clicked that is just click and drag and it's going to select our figure. Look at that. Look at that. Photoshop magic going on over here. All of Izuku in. Cool, so once you've done that, you'll probably notice that there are a couple of areas that we need to remove. So hold Alt, zoom in. And what I meant by those areas we want to remove is these areas here. We want to take Izuku from the background. So hold down Alt, select that space, and it's going to remove it. Little one over here as well, and remove. If we go up, this area over here, want to remove that. I'll do its thing. There we go. Tidy this up a little bit. In she goes. Now you notice if you go into the figure, probably straight down, just normal clicking it again, and it will sort that out for you. Bang. We just missed his ear, so select the ear, select the bit of hair protruding out of here. And there we go. Your figure is selected. Next up, right click and we're going to feather this. Feather of 0.5 is going to be what we're after, so hit OK or change that to 0.5 and then hit OK. Once that's done, we're going to hit Control and J. It's going to create a new copy of just this selection. So we have Izuku on his own on this transparent background. So once that's done, we can delete the old layer and we'll just rename this one Deku, so we know what's going on. Now we want to create an adjustment layer, so hit the little circle at the bottom. I'm going to choose a solid color and I'm going to go for a white. Hit OK, and what we're going to do is we're going to drag this beneath Midoriya, double click this, rename this BG for background, and here we have Izuku on a white background. Now what we want to do is desaturate Deku, so select Deku's layer, go over to Image, Adjustments, and then desaturate down here. It's going to turn in black and white. Awesome. Now what we want to do is we want to bring on our new layer. So I've got this pretty picture of this kind of background over here. Best thing to do, bring the opacity down on this one so you can see what you're working with. Hold Alt, zoom out a little bit. Now you've got this transformed. Hold Alt and drag that up. It keeps its aspect ratio. So say about yeah. So that looks pretty good. Like that, bring the opacity back up to 100. Once that's done, select Deku's layer, hold Control or Command on Mac, go over the little thumbnail here, click that, and we've got Izuku's outline selected again. Click back onto our background, which we'll quickly rename Sky. Once that's done, we're going to create a layer mask, hit the layer mask button at the bottom, and boom, look at that, looks awesome. So that looks awesome already. Like you could finish up there, but continue with it. Right now we want to copy the figure. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold down Alt, select Deku, bring him above, and that's created another Deku. What we want to do now is we want to change the blending mode to lighten. Once that's done, we're going to bring the opacity down a bit so it's not as harsh. It's basically just pop in a little bit. So about 50 will be fine. Next up, we're going to create a mask. And we're basically going to get rid of some of the areas that are a bit light and we don't want. So to do this, hit the brush and we want black. So press X to toggle between white and black. Black's going to paint, white's going to bring it back. So probably want your brush at about 40% here. We don't want it too harsh. Just going to paint over the areas that we don't really want A lot of detail in. See, I quite like the gloves being shown a little bit, but not too much. Definitely going to sort old Deku's hair out here. And fantastic. Once that is done, we're going to go back over to the layer mask on our sky. With the black brush still selected, we're just going to paint out Deku's face. Kind of little baby steps with this one. Just make it look awesome. With this Deku figure, I took it so it had like a bit of a shadow on half his face. So I want to kind of keep that. Go back to X. Bring that shadow back over so it's only really half his face there. Right then, now we have our Deku. What we're going to do is we're going to go back to this background layer. We're going to double click on the color and we're going to select a color with the little eyedropper to make our background a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. One that's probably a little bit lighter. So it's more of a white, but still has a slight shade of that green in there. Just kind of makes it look a bit more awesome, if that makes sense. So hit OK on that once you are happy. Now we're going to go to the top layer, click on that. We're going to create a new solid color adjustment layer. For this one, keep with the green theme, maybe a bit more teal, just a light one, nothing too much. Hit OK. Once that's done, we're going to change the blend mode to multiply. And then bring it down to about 20% or so. It's basically just adding a little bit more pop to this image. Once that's done, click off all the layers so you've got nothing selected. Hold down Shift, Control, O or Command if you are on a Mac, and then hit E. Going to create a brand new layer of everything that we've just done. What we're going to do is we're going to desaturate this like we did with Deku at the start. So, Image, Adjustments, Desaturate, nice grayscale image there. What we're going to do now is reduce the opacity down to about 30. And it just makes it pop a little bit more. Once you've touched this up a little bit more, your final image should look a little something like this. But thanks for watching. This is how to add the double exposure effect to your anime figures using Photoshop. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like always, don't forget to tag me on social media if you give this a go yourself, because I'd love to see the images that you've created. For a bit more inspiration on that, here's a couple more I took. And I think they just look awesome. Don't forget to smash the like button if you enjoyed this video. Click on my links in the description below and subscribe for more anime figure tutorials just like this one. Till next time, peace!